You're good to go.
Thank you. The Architectural Review Board of the Town of Southampton now come to order. Welcome to the May 6, 2025 meeting. Ms. Doyle, the ARB attorney, would you read the legal regulations for our hybrid meeting?
Yes. Good morning. Today's meeting is hybrid, which means it's being held both in person at Town Hall and via video conference. On the town website, there is a town clerk's meetings portal. That is where you can watch the live stream video, submit written comments for the public record, and you can also join the Zoom meeting. If anyone is attending by Zoom today and you wish to speak during the meeting, you will need to alert our moderator by clicking the raise hand icon or typing in the chat box so you can be promoted to a panelist. If you're here in person to present, then please come up to the table when your application is called. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Doyle. Mr. Tagliavia, would you please perform the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, Mr. Tagliavia.
You're welcome, Mr. Chairman.
And Mr. Burke, would you please perform the roll call and notify us if we have a quorum?
Sure, Mr. Wright.
Present.
Mr. Tagliavia.
Here.
Ms. Keys.
Yep.
I'm here. Mr. Jankowski is absent. Mr. Rumpf is absent. And Chairman Cherrier is here. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burke. Did the board members that were present review the minutes of the April 15th, 2025 meeting? And were there any errors or omissions?
None, sir.
Thank you. Then do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make a,
And do I hear a
I'll
second?
second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the April 15th, 2025 minutes. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Thank you. Any old business to come before the board not on the agenda? If not, we will start with the published agenda. The first item on the agenda is High Dune Condominiums. This is a site plan review, administrative review, and the applicant is present.
Yes.
And we have the drawings up on the.
Is this already
No, go
there?
I'm sorry.
Is this already there?
Yes, it's just a facelift alteration to the front facade. The
Right.
rear has already been taken care of. You tell me when you'd like me to start.
Oh, go
When you
ahead,
want me to
start.
Okay,
And
so
because this one, Mr. Jankowski is the lead. If not, Mr. Tagliavia, would you act as the lead on this?
Sure thing.
So Mr. Tagliavia will be the lead
Okay.
board member, but all of us will.
absolutely. So good morning.
Aye.
I'm John Prentice. I represent the owners of the condominium. BBS Architects is the architect of record for this phase. I'm a senior associate at the firm, and I'll just dive right in. The front page of the presentation is just an area view of the building. It is existing. It's comprised of 41 units. I believe in the second slide that you'll see, that was phase one that was constructed under another architect in the summer of 2023. The reason why we submitted is so that there's an understanding of the vocabulary that we're looking or proposing to use for the front of the building. Change to the next page. This is the existing street side elevations. The corners do represent that the siding had been changed already to the proposed siding that we're looking to use for the front, but the front is currently just aged at this point. It's comprised of some pressure-treated wood and so forth, and some what we call the sandbox approach, these cascading steps that lead them up to the individual units. But the intent for today is to seek approval to change the street side facade, the northern face of the building, to match the rear. The next slide is a proposal, it's a proposed rendering of what the building will look like from the parking lot side. It's the approach. Nothing is going to happen in the parking lot area with the exception of a new curb and walkway. We're trying to There's a detail within the package that establishes a marking for parking spaces, but the parking spaces are not, none of them are going to be lost, if anything, by identifying them, because currently there's just a gravel area. We will actually show that there's a few more spaces that are going to be picked up within the property line. The next slide is just a closer view showing that the materials that we're looking to use, and that there's going to be a raised landscape area. So that sandbox that you see in that first slide of the existing conditions is going to be eliminated. There's going to be a couple of steps up. So there's a proposal for a retaining wall, and then there's going to be a grassed area with some vegetation that allows for a couple of steps up to a common walkway. Then the individuals from there will go to their individual stairs to go to their individual units. The next slide is just a little bit closer, showing that the materials that we're proposing are exactly in conformance with what was used in the back in the previous phase. It's going to be, well, I'll show you on the next slide. The next slide shows that the roofing that we're looking to do on these reverse gables, that are just going to bring some character to that, I'm going to say the freight train right now, just that standard kind of barrack look. We're going to do a combination of two things. The peaks that you see, the reverse gables, will have the architectural shingle because the pitch there is conducive to that use. The standard seam that you see is going to happen between those reverse gables, and the reason for that is that we're not looking to extend the roof line at all. All we're looking to do from height-wise, we're looking to extend it out just to have a covered area on that second floor balcony. That's comprised of about 42 inches from the building. And at that slope that we need to hold there will be below the 3 on 12. So it's either that we use metal or we use asphalt shingles, which we did not want to use because of the aesthetics that that would bring to the building. From the facade area, the front elevation, we're still going to propose the cedar impressions, the vinyl cedar impressions that were used in the rear of the building with AZAC trim. Same thing when it comes to the decking material that is going to be used there. It's still going to be the TimberTech decking that was approved for the back. And we're looking to use the cable railing system that was also proposed in the back. The next slide shows that there's some proposed lamppost upgrades. So there's lighting for just the parking lot area, as well as then there's going to be some bollard lights that are going to be along that walkway. And we threw in a photograph of what the proposed retaining wall that we're looking to do that should not exceed more than, I believe, 32 inches.
Are you replacing, isn't there pre-existing lights already there?
Yes,
So you're just replacing?
Yes, we're just replacing.
And putting this into
Yes.
what was there now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but the property line on the street side, there's already vegetation there. None of that is going to be affected. This is all within the two curb cuts or the property entryways. That's
Okay,
basically
that
it. So the next thing I
concludes
have is
it.
questions.
All right, Mr. Taglia, comments?
Yeah, so all the colors represented in the package are consistent with what is going to be implemented, including the retaining wall. So there's a reddish tint to that.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. The vinyl siding is an off-white or a gray.
It's actually gray. The rendering does not do it too much justice because of the technology. It's showing that it's in the shadow. But
And
yes, it's
the
gray.
trim material will remain white, the
Yes.
AZEC.
Yep.
Okay. The stair treads will just match the decking.
Yeah, it's TimberTech. It was used in the same thing in the rear.
Okay.
Looking to use the same thing.
All right, the cable rail, the roofing, the metal on the roofing would just need to be non-reflective.
Yeah, it will be. It's a matted white finish, I believe.
Matte white, okay. And then the lighting, just want to make sure that it complies with the code in the dark skies.
Yep, we, I don't know if we did, I thought we did submit a photometrics in the package, but if not, I can get that to the board.
Other than that, I don't see any issue. I think it's an improvement from what is there, certainly. So nice job, great presentation, very
Thank you very
thorough.
much.
Thank you. Ms. Keys, comments?
Hi. And the fencing, the railings that go, are those, what is that, metal wire?
Yes, what was used in the back was stainless steel. That's going to be stainless
Okay.
steel cable.
Other than that, I think everything's kind of beautiful.
Thank you.
It looks great.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Mr. Burke, comments?
No issues.
Okay, Mr. Wright, comments?
No issues.
and
That's
I
good.
don't have any issues with it. Okay, this one, since it was an administrative review, we have to vote on it. Do I hear a motion to approve as submitted? Well, wait a minute, sorry, I got ahead of myself. Any comments from the public on this? None, okay. Do I hear a motion to approve as submitted?
I'll make that motion.
And do I hear a second?
I'll second, okay.
Motion has made and seconded to approve this application as submitted. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. It's approved.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation.
Great day.
You too, thank you.
Next on the agenda is County Deli, 926 Noyak Road, North Sea. Is the applicant available?
Can we see if somebody by the name of Paul Porco is on Zoom?
He is, good.
No, I don't.
What's the name?
Paul Porco?
Don't see anybody by that name.
Okay, Ms. Meyer, is he supposed to be here? Did he mention to you that he would definitely be here?
You want to hold
Well,
it?
yeah, then why don't we just hold this?
See what
And
happens.
we'll get back to it later at the end of the meeting. So we're gonna hold it. Okay, next on the agenda is Classy Canine, Inc., 375 County Road 39, Tuckahoe. Is the applicant available on this application?
No hands are being raised for it.
No hands. Excuse me?
Jose Jimenez?
No one with that name.
Okay. Then we'll hold that one too until the end if they come on. Okay, next on the agenda is a site plan review. Ashley Caputo, LLC, 978 Montauk Highway Watermill. You want to come up? Ms. Keys, Ms. Keys is the lead for this area.
Excellent. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Martha Reichert. I'm an attorney at Toomey Latham, J. Kelly Dubin and Corderaro in Riverhead for the applicant Ashley Caprero LLC. Where would you like me to start? I have, oh, perfect. We have a presentation here,
Right.
which this is a color rendering showing the proposed changes to the existing building. Pretty much everything is going to stay the same with the exception of the main entrance, which will be made ADA accessible with a ramp. And the existing door needs to be widened. And so there'll be sort of, what I guess is termed a glass box with a canopy for entrance. And then the stairs will, of course, also be changed from the existing. And they will have lighted risers. There's a material sheet on the very last page of the
Okay.
packet from, not this one, sorry, Kelly, this is just a PowerPoint. But there was a separate H-sheet set from our architect who is also available on Zoom should you need him. His name is Daniel Tarabello from Advantage Architecture. This is a historic building, and we are not looking to change anything beyond what's necessary here in terms of the main entrance. All the other elevations are remaining the same. There will be one window that is lost from that westerly side to accommodate the widened entrance, but that is in essence what is changing to the principal structure. There is an accessory shed, which is not historic. It was CO'd in 1976. And that's not historic yet. So that is going to be removed in order to accommodate the parking that is needed for this building. It is formerly an antique store. It it is going to be a retail cannabis dispensary.
So you have the plans that show the alterations in place?
You mean our floor plans and our elevations that were submitted as part of the?
Yes.
Sure. Kelly, I don't know if you had the other packets that were submitted.
It's right here. I think it's right here. Is this it? One second.
That looks like the hard.
Plans and elevations?
Plans and elevations, yes. So if you pull up, Kelly, it looks like this are architectural renderings. So there were 3 attachments that were sent in the digital submission.
Right.
That way we can go through it together.
It's not the present.
Not that one. Plans and elevations. There you go. It's the 3rd tab.
That one.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go to the next, which is the existing site plan. There will be some grading changes to accommodate the expanded parking area. One of the things that
Some what changes? I'm sorry.
some grading changes to accommodate the additional parking spaces that are required. This was a pre-existing non-conforming commercial site with respect to the amount of parking it needed for the square footage of retail area. So we're coming into compliance with that. There will be electric chargers. We've already conducted a traffic study. We've been through most of the boards. We already went through landmarks.
Do you have a landscape plan?
We have a landscape plan that was prepared by the Rayner Group. That was also part of the submission. So there we go. And this was one of the things that pretty much, I know that the planning board very much wanted to get your feedback from, which is we have an existing mature hedge along Willow Street that meets in with the building. I see that our engineer and landscape person at Rayner extended the hedge across Montauk Highway, but this is, I think, where the planning board really wants your feedback and input is whether or not you want the views to be obscured of this building. It's historic. I know that in speaking with members of the Watermill CAC, they really wanted to keep that vista open. There's already a very mature line of arborvitae at the rear of the property and some beautiful old oak trees, and we're trying to preserve as many of the old trees on the property as possible, including 2 really nice ones that flank the new curb cut on Willow, but I'm happy it lines up very nicely with that. So really, I think the big question for this one, we have some proposed perimeter landscaping around our trash enclosure. There's already mature landscaping along the front, like ground cover and hydrangeas and bushes, is whether or not you want to see more landscaping. Do you want a hedge? Again, I don't know if there's a need for it. I think it's a historic building. It's really important in terms of vistas. So I would be inclined not to block the building, but that's really for this board to opine on.
Where's the sign going?
So the sign is.
That's next.
Well,
Yeah.
We'll go to that next.
I was just curious on the site plan of where it's going.
Oh.
Sure. If you can go to the, you go to the landscape plan, Kelly, we can zoom that in. There's an existing location that has received approvals over the years. It's a freestanding sign. It's right on Montauk Highway. I don't know if you can zoom in, but
Oh, right here, I see.
yeah. There we go. Take your time.
Is this Ruby Beats? Is that what
Pardon?
it was? Was it Ruby Beats?
I don't remember what it was called over the years, but it was. So it's right there, and we do have photos of that location.
Okay.
In fact, it might be easier to go back to the ARB presentation. We can keep going. So there you can see the existing freestanding sign right there. We're just going to, in place and in kind, use that location. It's a non-illuminated double freestanding sign.
But after this meeting, you'll have to come back with a sign.
Well, they have
They have it on the
Sign
next.
application on the
it's-
agenda as well.
You do.
Yeah.
I was just asking about the sign because of the landscaping. I was just
I get
curious
it.
where I was going with that.
So the sign, yeah, that's what confused me on this.
Sorry,
Apologies.
Yeah.
it was me.
So again, we've provided 2 artist renderings. The artist rendering so that you could see the building
Here it is.
has photoshopped out the large existing tree that's there. That's not going away. Again, it's a beautiful tree, so we wouldn't want to lose it. Again, you can see that There's a partial hedge. We're proposing to extend the hedge over that sort of mini driveway. It's not used. I don't even know what it was for at some point. But anyway, so the hedge would connect there, and then the question for this board is whether or not you want it to go across the front
Well,
yard.
how high is it?
It's a pretty tall hedge. I would say it's at least 8 or 10 feet.
Okay.
It provides quite a bit of screening from Willow Street. But again, the sense that I have gotten from the various boards and members of the
Yeah.
community that I've spoken with is that they don't really want to see the building obstructed from Montauk Highway.
So, it's hard to see what you're keeping and what you're not keeping just from what you're saying versus what's on the thing, because on the internet, because it doesn't, there are trees that are there that aren't there. But I actually think that the hedge should be on Willow Street entirely, especially considering the nature of the business. And I also think that at least a partial hedge on Montauk Highway would be pretty important for that. And also, I think the rest of it looks very nice, but I'm completely in favor of a hedge.
Well,
On
how
Montauk
high?
Highway.
Well, I mean, if the hedge that is existing is 8 feet, right, then the rest of it should be at least 5, right?
Yeah. Well,
So
That's how I feel.
if we could go back up to the landscape plan. So that thick dashed line, that is what we've shown to propose, which would continue the hedge across Montauk Highway.
Mm-hmm.
And that preserves turning visibilities because it is a corner right for traffic.
Yeah.
So that's why it's on that diagonal. But you're saying you'd like to see it as like a 5-foot hedge,
Mm-hmm.
boxwood privet, or what do you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be nice for that space because of a number of reasons.
So I will just tell you, there will not be customers going in and out of the door that fronts on Montauk Highway.
doesn't matter.
I know, but I just want you to understand the nature of
Look,
the commercial.
a hedge is used for many different purposes, not only privacy, but it cuts down noise too. It's a buffer against noise,
Sure.
especially on Montauk Highway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we have it. Do you like how it's shown on the
Well,
plan?
As I said, I would like a hedge, so
Okay.
that would be
Well, we've proposed one.
good,
Okay, and it's a 5-foot.
at least. Yeah, I think that would be
prefer a
fantastic.
5, okay.
Other
Finished with your-
than that, I think it looks fine.
Okay. Mr. Burke, comments?
Yeah, just respectfully disagree on the hedge on Montauk Highway. I think it's a historic building, and I wouldn't want to see it obstructed. So that's my position.
Okay. Mr. Tagliavia?
Yeah, I have to agree with Joe. I think that the nature of this historical building in the context of a commercial space, not to make it look like a residence like you usually see on more of the residential streets, I think gives it more character. So I also disagree with the hedge. Along Willow, I think it could be sort of useful, but on Montauk Highway, it's nice to see the aesthetic of the historical building.
The hedge on Willow works because of the way the land slopes down. And also, if you look at sort of the interior of the L shape that's made by the buildings, it's sort of the back of the house. There's not much to see there.
And is there any exterior use in the front? There's not going to be
No,
any tables
No,
or
there's
any traffic or.
there'll be no tables, there'll be no people congregating in the front of the building. All public entrances and ingress and egress will be through that main entrance that we're showing, which is, where all the sort of the big change is happening.
Right.
And again, that is to accommodate ADA access and to also have an entrance that's wide enough for ADA access.
I think that would be the only reason I would advocate for a hedge if there was going to be use or anything happening on the front of the building that may want to be shielded from Montauk Highway. But if not, I have to agree with Joe.
Okay, that concludes your comments?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Wright, comments?
No, I kind of echo Mike and Joe's comments as well.
Okay. And my comments are, I'm going to throw something different in. I would prefer probably a 3-foot hedge for the reasons that I mentioned, because to cut down some of the noise from Montauk Highway. But you would still see a lot of the building with a 3-foot hedge. But it will cut down a lot of the noise. But that's my comments. Wait a minute, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't have to have 4 because we don't have 4.
Let me ask you this though.
What?
If we were to do a 3-foot hedge, right now we have it on sort of that diagonal because a taller hedge would interfere with
Yeah.
corner clearance and
Right.
all those other things. But a 3-foot hedge, I don't know. I think that stays. What's the maximum height for corner clearance? I don't remember if it's.
No, you need like a 4-foot. What are you talking
Well,
about?
I guess-
Wait,
If we're to do a 3-foot hedge, would you still want it on that diagonal, or would you want it to conform more with
as
the shape of the
long
property?
as it's safe to pull in and out. But a 3-foot hedge, you're gonna see any vehicle, you're gonna see over it.
Sure. I just know that the town has a maximum height for vegetation in the corner clearance, and I just
Corner-
can't remember. If it's
corner
25
clearance
or
is-
26.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure
All
there's
right.
gonna be no
So could we leave it that based on, we'll revise the plan to indicate that this will be a maximum height of 3 feet for a hedge?
well, if the vote
Oh,
goes
sure,
that way.
Sure, that's.
Because we haven't
I
even
will
voted
presume.
yet. We have a
Yeah.
split board at this point, but you've got 3.
Site plan referral, is there a vote?
What? No, there isn't.
Well, you
But-
vote to send your comments to the.
Yeah,
so
we
you
can
could
put the
send
comments,
separate
everybody's
that's
comments
fine.
in and put both comments in.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask Ms. Keys, will you be all right with a 3-foot hedge?
Yes, I think that would be good.
Okay. Mr. Tagliavia?
My vote is still for no hedge.
No hedge. Okay, no hedge or hedge?
No hedge.
And no hedge, okay. So there's 2 with a 3-foot hedge and 3 with a no hedge. And so a transmittal letter will be sent to the planning board regarding this.
All right.
So the planning board will make the final decision?
Yeah, because it is a referral from planning on this. Okay,
All right. Is
now
the-
we'll go to the sign.
Okay, and then we're good with the architectural changes?
Yeah, that was no problem with the architectural changes.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, next we have a sign application. And this is the same.
Sorry, that's a
What's the name?
This is the same, it's Ashley Caputo, 978 Montauk Highway Watermill. Ms. Keys, you're the lead again on this?
Okay. So can you, okay, so it's black with white letters?
Non-illuminated.
What?
It's illuminated.
And is the address on it anywhere?
The highway street number?
Yes, we need that.
All right, no, I do believe it is on the mailbox that's at the entrance.
No,
No.
it should be on the
sign.
sign. You can put it on the bottom of the sign
Okay.
or the top of the sign.
Hang it from the
978.
bottom or something.
Yeah. But it should be centered.
We'll have it revised to have the street address of 978.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think it's fine.
And you have no problem?
No problem with it, as long as there's a sign, a number.
Number on it, yeah. Whether you can keep the same size and just put the number on the bottom, or just increase the size of the sign and put the number.
Okay. I'll have our sign person revise it
Yeah,
to stay within the sizing requirements and everything else in the code and then just add the number.
right.
And you would just make that in white, the number, or black?
Let's see. So
Yeah.
the sign is black, so the numbers would be in white.
Okay,
Right, yeah, same.
it's fine.
Okay.
Just want
All
to
right.
mark that.
Mr. Burr?
Yeah.
Comments?
No issues with the sign. Obviously, I'm sure the applicant knows, no temporary signage also, it looks like
No sales.
no sales, no, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Tagliavia?
I agree with the addition of the number.
Voting in the air.
Okay.
Great.
And Mr. Wright, comments?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, and I have no comments on the sign. All right, since this is a sign, we do have to vote on it. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the sign as submitted with the addition of the number on it at the bottom
In white.
and white, in white.
In white.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Right. Okay. Next is a substantial residential, 11 Basket Neck Lane. Is the applicant available?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, just come up and we need your names and your connection with the project.
Yes. I'm Richard Lavelle from Rosewood Developers, and this is Anthony Flecko from Rosewood Developers.
Okay, hi.
Good morning.
It's not a bagel shop, though.
Okay,
Hungry.
this is, Mr. Jankowski is absent today, so Mr. Wright, would you handle this? And fill in
Absolutely.
as the lead?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Good morning. If you guys want to start your presentation. Yeah, go ahead.
Questions?
No, get started. If you want to advise us on what you're doing.
Yes. Okay, so primarily, what's the shingles?
These are the shingles.
The facade of the house, the main facade of the house will be natural shingle, which you're very familiar with, and it'll stay the cedar color.
Right.
It'll turn eventually gray. That's what the homeowner prefers. Soffit material for underneath the porches. Underneath the porches of the ceilings will be the clapboard, T&G. Wood.
And that will be the size?
The soffits underneath the
Yeah,
porches.
that'll be
That'll be
the,
the size.
Yeah,
right,
one by
okay,
eight.
thank you.
And on the chimneys, there'll be a clapboard. Not this T&G, it'll be an overlap, like a shingle. We're doing more of a horizontal look
Right.
on the chimneys,
That's
but
on
on
the
the same.
second page.
Yeah, that'll be on the
Chimney shown.
Yeah, the chimneys there. It won't be that stone. It'll be the cedar. It'll match the same color as that, the main house,
Right.
cedar. As far as the soffits
The main house. This is
and the
pre-existing.
rakes and the fascia will be this
PVC.
white composite.
AZAC.
AZAC plastic
Right.
product that doesn't move, and that's why we use it. And
Right.
it doesn't rot, but it looks like wood. And the roof will be an asphalt roof and a black architectural design.
So I just have a question. I apologize. This is not my
Sorry.
area. I just have a question. You said it would be existing to the main house?
Now, this is the brand new dwelling.
Brand new dwelling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this
was confused when,
Yeah, this is a new dwelling.
okay.
We had demolition, the original house.
Got it. Understood.
Demolished.
Thank you.
The porches will be bluestone or porcelain. That looks like bluestone. It's a very traditional kind of looking house. It's not anything that's out of the ordinary in that area. Try to keep it more on the traditional instead of the transitional lines
Right.
of architecture.
Do you have color renderings? Like you have one in
See anything?
the site plan?
Yeah, no, we didn't have
Is that the existing house? Or do you have that circular driveway?
Yeah, is everything, it's a good question, Julie. Is everything still there except for the house?
The house is gone.
No, I understood that. Is everything else, the driveway is pre-existing? Is all of that
That driveway is going to be the proposed driveway.
proposed?
Yeah, that's proposed.
So there's nothing
Everything you see there is
pre-existing?
proposed.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Basket Net Lane.
The existing driveway came off of Nickerson, actually.
Okay.
Hi, Rich?
yeah, it's shown right there, that little cut on
It's a
on
little
Nickerson.
confusing,
He wanted to
Do you have an aerial
abandon
view?
that driveway.
Yes.
What's the neighbor's situation?
So love investment.
The new driveway will be coming off of Basket Neck.
I see. Do you have a landscape plan? Is there a landscape plan in there?
No, there's no landscape plan.
The issue was we were told that
This was
we
a
didn't need
non-substantial
a
application.
substantial application, and we only got notice like 2-3 days prior of this meeting. And we also expedited the
How big
permit.
is the house?
I'm sorry?
How big is the house?
The house is just a little bit over 7,500 square feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
I think we're over like
100
6,500.
Yeah,
something
Mr. Doyle?
square feet or something.
Is it possible to go and give us an oblique view of the neighborhood?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where is which one is the house? Right.
Okay, so this is
That's the,
what
was there,
Mhm.
and the neighbor.
This is from 2021, just.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, not familiar with the neighborhood in its entirety. I would think that a landscape plan would be necessary for this review, or some sort. I mean, you're butting up against, that's a substantial size house, butting up against the two others.
Yeah.
I would have probably tried to rush one for you, but we only had like 3-4 days, and I think it said that it wasn't necessary for this meeting.
Yeah,
No,
if,
well,
if we
who-
had it, it's good, but
Who said that?
we spoke to,
Isn't it on the,
yeah, the agenda.
it's on the agenda?
What happened was, this went through as a non-substantial,
Mhm.
looked at, signed off on, but it was over 7,500 square feet, so it was told to come to the board. Everything was sent to what they might need or would need. Obviously, a landscape plan is passable from the board.
Right.
I don't make the determination.
Yeah.
whether it needs
So,
to be-
Ms. Meyer?
Mr.
Who
Jig-
signed off
That's
on
what I was
it?
gonna ask.
Whose area is this one?
Mr.
Mr. Jankowski.
That's my guess, but I don't know for sure.
Well, you see his
No, I
sig,
have a brand new one.
oh, you have a brand new one.
Because if Mr. Jankowski signed off on it, I would follow his lead for the
Yeah, I
area.
definitely would, because he's very familiar with this
Correct.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, if you could, why don't you look at, just to show you what kind of work we do, if it helps you, look at 88 South Country Road. We go very heavy on our landscaping. We do total private hedges.
okay,
But if you want to pull that up, this is a house we just completed in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it's on
Gary, is there a way to
GIS.
confirm that Ted signed off on that?
I have photos on the website of our
Mhm.
landscaping plan we could provide.
Lisa, she would probably have the original one. I just printed up a new one because obviously I wasn't gonna
Right.
scratch out the date and.
Right, right.
because it would have been directed to Ted, definitely.
Directed to Ted only.
I'm
He would be the only one.
going to follow Ted's lead if he
Yeah.
signed off on it
Me too.
with his knowledge of the area.
I'd like you to look at 88, just to
Well,
see.
no, it doesn't matter.
We don't
We-
have to.
It's an old GIS.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have the most recent,
That was when we
yeah.
started constructing the home.
Okay, okay.
I just said, they wanted photos, I could provide them.
Okay, thank you. Does that conclude your comments?
concludes my
That's
comments,
right,
yeah.
thank you.
I follow the lead.
Ms. Keys, comments?
I'm following the lead here,
Okay.
the lead to the lead.
Okay, Mr. Burke, comments?
I'm confused a little. I don't know what the lead said, but I think we should at least, for the record, if we're not going to require a landscape plan, just where are you going to plant on First Neck, or I mean Basket Neck, or
Both.
both?
We're
Right? Are you
gonna
going to?
privatize
Yeah.
Basket Neck and
Nickerson.
Nickerson.
I'm okay as long as the record reflects that.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you gentlemen and ladies are.
And what are you talking about of planting there?
Arborvitae's for hedging,
And how
It's-
high?
at least 6 to 8 feet.
Okay. All right, Mr. Taglivia, comments?
I agree. I have no issue as long as it's going to be planted with privacy screening on both streets.
And you, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Did
No,
you?
no, that was it. Yeah, no. all
You
good.
would finish.
We do a lot
okay.
of interior plantings.
Okay,
too.
I am going with the lead because I know that Mr. Jankowski is very familiar with this area. So that's why I would be tending to go with him.
Do we want Mr. Jankowski to review the landscape plan as well before the final?
Yeah, we can do that.
Why don't we
We'll
put that
approve
in
it,
With
vote
subject
today
to,
with the caveat or the stipulation that Mr. Jankowski will review it, and if he has no problem with it, then it's
So
approved.
you'll release the permit for the ARB, and then we'll give you a plan prior to planting? Is that what we're saying?
I don't know. It's whatever Mr. Jankowski would require.
So what Mr. Chairman is saying,
Yeah.
if I may interrupt, is that you're going to submit a landscape plan directly to Mr. Jankowski. If he has no issues with it, he is going to sign off on it. There's no further need for you to come back here, and then they will issue the next step for you.
So we will not get the approval today. We'll have to wait for the landscape plan.
Yes, I mean, the final approval, yes. But
So
you
you have a
won't have
temp-
to come back to the board.
Correct.
All right, and then he said the building inspector that's on this?
No. We'll obviously get his contact information. You're saying to email him.
Ms. Meyer.
Okay.
Well, Ms.
Right.
Meyer.
Okay.
Ms.
you
Meyer, she'll
contact-
hand it. And he can look at it right away. It's not a,
I mean, it's
it's very quick.
We're just trying to, in all due respect, we're just trying to expedite this permit.
I know the time
We
is,
did pay the fee to expedite it.
yeah.
We're just trying to get past this.
No, this shouldn't
hold
hold
you
you up too much.
We're only like 150 square feet over the max of 7,500.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, I know.
If you're 1 foot over,
Yeah.
you know, we have to follow the town code.
I respect that.
Okay, fine. All right, do I hear, any comments from the public on this? None? Then, all right, do I hear a motion on this application?
I'll make the motion to approve as submitted pending Mr. Jankowski approving the landscape plan.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Okay, the building is approved. Just the landscape plan has to be approved.
Before the permits.
Hold it, mention that to your building inspector. That we approve the building the way it looks and everything. It's just the landscape plan has to be approved.
Okay, but we need that in order to get the ARB approval submitted, right?
Yep.
In order to
Well,
get permits,
the building, the ARB approved your building already.
so we can get a building permit.
Possibly, if the building inspector agrees with that,
Okay.
but he will hold you up until Mr. Jankowski does a final approval.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Ladies and gents. Ladies and gents.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is 7 Casey Lane, Bridgehampton. Is the applicant available?
I have him on Zoom.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm from the Country Deli, Porto's Country Deli.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
I was too late or.
No, we held it over for you to come. You're welcome.
Okay, he's on Zoom. Ms. Keys is the lead on this.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for him to join.
Okay. And from what I remember in the last meeting, they didn't have, I think it was, they didn't have elevations.
That's
The
right.
sides of the
Right.
the building, so.
So it's relatively quick. All we need is the sizes in order to.
Yeah.
Now they have a survey with screening here.
Okay. So they added the screening on either side, Kelly?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have green
Okay.
giants, 5 foot high on corners staggered.
And Tim looked at it and looked at it.
Okay,
He
Okay.
approved? Okay.
perfect.
All right, so, but the building, we need to see these elevations of the building. It's just basically a standard maintenance building.
Hello?
Yes,
Oh, I didn't, this is my first Zoom meeting. I didn't know. I got disconnected twice. I'm here for 7 Casey Lane.
right,
Yeah.
and that's what we're reviewing right now.
Yes, I heard intermittently as I was fumbling through the technology.
If it's within code of of height, I don't see any problem with this, right?
Yeah, it would have to be code.
All right. Yes, yes.
Okay, can you zoom into the ridge height elevation at the top left of the screen?
You have 32 feet max
Yeah.
ridge height, so it meets the code.
Well, the building inspector would not allow
I
that to,
think that's what
Okay.
Shelley was looking for.
So then with the additions that we requested, I think we can approve, correct? Okay.
yeah, I mean, if you're all right with it.
Yeah, so I see no problems with this now that we have screening and the correct elevations that are within code, so
Okay.
my motion is to
Well,
approve.
wait,
Oh.
the rest of the board
Okay.
needs to, and also from the public. Okay. Mr. Burke, comments?
No, I agree with Julie, thanks.
Okay. Mr. Tagliavia, comments?
I agree with the lead.
And Mr. Wright,
I
comments?
agree with Julie.
And I also agree with the lead. And then do I hear a motion to approve as submitted?
Motion to approve is submitted.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. It's okay, it's approved. Okay, next we have 15 Round Pond Lane.
Should we let him know?
No.
Yeah, well, it's approved.
He's not even,
He's 15 round pond.
He's the same,
Oh,
Okay.
same for the next.
his audio,
Same.
he's not on.
All right, Ms. Keys, you're the lead also on this one?
okay. Do we have,
Yes, here's the aerial GIS. Just see where it is.
In
is
that
this a
little-
new construction?
Yes, it is new construction.
Just the rendering.
Okay.
It's very similar to the other one.
Wait, it looks like there was a house there though, correct?
Yes.
All right. That looks the same.
Yeah, it's similar.
Just has proposed screening on it.
Ah, that's right. We needed screening on this one also.
Right, and they did.
Yeah. So you added screening because we requested it, correct?
Yes, we would normally do screening anyway, but the board wanted to see it.
Okay. Now it goes completely around all 3 sides, and then the back side is the driveway on Round Pound, right? Okay.
Yeah, yes, well, depends on how you look at it, but yes. The front portion, I guess, comes out on Round Pond after the screening. So it's pretty much, and
Okay.
the house is completely blocked, from all sides. To the neighbor, to the road on Sag Road, and to Round Pond as well.
Thank you. So with the new additions that we requested again from the applicant, I see no reason to do anything but approve it at this point, so thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms.
Thank you.
Keys. Mr. Burke, comments?
I agree.
Okay, Mr. Tagliavia?
I agree with the lead.
Okay, Mr. Wright, comments?
No comments.
And I agree with the lead also. Any comments from the public on this? If none, do I hear a motion to approve as submitted?
Motion to approve is submitted.
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve as submitted. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. It's approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now since we've
Country Deli.
finished the agenda at the part of it, we're going back to the Country Deli. Is the applicant available? You want to come up? Morning.
Morning.
And would you please state your names for the record and your association with the application?
Paul Porco, I'm the owner of the Country Deli. Paul Porco Jr.,
Okay.
son of the owner.
You're related.
We're related, yes.
I made a joke.
Okay. Do you want to go through the,
Carrie said she has physical copies of everything. I do not have the digital copies. I just have the GIS.
yeah, from now on, when you come before the,
They did, I just don't.
What?
I think he did send it. I have a feeling I sent it to you guys and didn't CC her. So if you want me to go downstairs and email it to her, I can do that.
no, I,
This is it here, correct?
Otherwise, I have it.
yeah. Because you did send it to us and I remember reviewing it.
I think I made.
Does every board member remember getting it?
You can discuss what you plan to do.
Here's the drawing.
Just take a look. This has been going on for a while, so it's pretty obvious. There's a section here, I think it's 480 square feet, we're just trying to add to the store for more retail space.
Right.
That's really basically it. And I think previously, the owner who had this before me applied for this. I'm not sure if that went through or it was in limbo, but we brought
Where
it-
is the addition going?
Well, I don't have a picture of it, but if you look at the survey here, this is Noyak Road.
Mm-hmm.
The deli is obviously here. It's just going, all this space here, just going off to the left side here.
You're familiar with this? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Eaten there many times.
Yeah.
Everybody's familiar with this store. It's been here
Yeah,
for
it's been there forever.
forever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of skeletons in the back as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, that's really it. I mean, it's, as far as the look of the extension, it's gonna duplicate what's there now. Nothing's gonna change.
So the rest of the
And then-
store is, oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
How many
Then
square feet?
in the back, can you go to the next drawing? This is
This is the deli, yes.
that's the addition.
It's a small addition right here.
And it's gonna match existing from what I remember.
It has to, yeah. Okay. It's not gonna be tall, it's gonna actually be lowered, and there's no restrictions with
Okay,
height.
all
or
right.
anything
Mr.
like that.
Burke is the lead. on
Okay.
this, so
I don't see any issues.
I don't,
No.
okay, fine.
I,
Ms. Keys?
I don't see any issues either. I think so.
Okay. Mr. Tagliavia?
No comments.
No comments. Mr. Wright?
No, I have no comments.
Okay, and I don't have any comments. So, all right, do I hear a motion to approve as submitted?
I would make that motion to approve it.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion has made and seconded to approve as submitted. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Okay, it's been approved.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Right, and we have one other.
So at this point, do I bring it to the building department?
Yes,
Okay,
you've been approved.
okay, perfect. These are yours?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anthony first, he's gotta write up the admin.
Try to get a hold of Anthony for 3.5 years.
Well, you're here to go downstairs.
He's at lunch.
He's at the deli getting something to eat.
Yeah, he's a,
He's in line at the
Bring that
deli.
orange, you might see it.
Yeah,
Thanks again.
right, thank you. Okay, next we have Classy Canine. Is the applicant available?
No one on Zoom.
No one on Zoom? Okay, fine. This has got to be held over to the next meeting. Any comments from anyone on the board if we hold this over?
None.
None. Okay, next is I have one comment before we adjourn. Everybody remember, this is that time of the year again, your financial disclosure must be in on the 15th.
I didn't even get it.
Everything happens.
You didn't get it?
I didn't get one.
I mailed it. I did get it in the mail.
You did get it?
I did not.
I got it in the mail.
Mr. Chairman,
I got
didn't-
it.
I did-
They mail it.
Yeah, you can ask Diane in our office and she could probably just give you another copy.
Okay.
Yeah, because she can, you've got yours, you got yours. You didn't get one either.
But we can go see Diane.
Not
Yeah.
Diane Carpenter, there's a new Diane.
That just made me sad.
Why is it, I mean,
I didn't get one, Mr.
I
Chairman.
got one.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I mean-
I can ask for it, but
Yeah, no, you will, because they will,
yeah, no, I
the
understand.
ethics board will come after you. And
Okay.
that happened to a couple of our members.
So I gotta see Diane.
They like picking on architects, so. Anyway, I gotta appreciate that comment. And next meeting, we will have an organizational meeting. And that is about it for this meeting. Is there any further business come before the board? If none, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Thank you, everyone. Next meeting is going to be May 20th, 2025.